Imagine gazing into the infinite expanse of the cosmos, expecting to see the familiar dance of stars and galaxies, only to realize that something unimaginable is staring back. That's the heart-stopping moment scientists experienced when the James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's most powerful eye in the sky, uncovered something so beyond comprehension, it's rewriting everything we thought we knew about the universe. This wasn't just another pretty snapshot of a routine discovery of a far-off star system or a distant nebula or routine scan. No, this was a discovery that sent shocks through the astronomical community. Data so shocking, so beyond comprehension, that it's forcing us to question the very nature of reality. The data pouring in from Webb's golden mirrors didn't just challenge our textbooks, it defied them, hinting at secrets the universe has been hiding, kept hidden for billions of years. Secrets that might just prove we're not alone. Today, we're diving deep, right into the latest findings from the James Webb Space Telescope, revealing findings so staggering, so mind-bending, that they're sparking whispers of the unthinkable. Could this be the moment we've been waiting for? The moment when we finally uncover proof the cosmos is alive with intelligence? Buckle up, because this journey will take you right to the very edge of the unknown, where the impossible becomes possible and the unimaginable becomes real. The story begins with a routine observation, one that should have been as predictable as the sunrise. The Webb's infrared gaze was trained on a region of our own solar system, a place we thought we knew inside and out. The Kuiper Belt, that icy graveyard of comets and dwarf planets at the edge of our cosmic neighborhood. Scientists expected to see the usual suspects: frozen rocks, ancient relics from the solar system's birth. But what Webb detected was anything but ordinary. Tucked away in the darkness, among the scattered debris, was an object that didn't belong. Its infrared signature was unlike anything we've seen before, not a comet, not an asteroid, but something else entirely. The object, roughly the size of a small moon, was emitting faint, rhythmic pulses of heat, almost like a heartbeat. At first, researchers thought it might be a glitch, a misreading from Webb's hypersensitive instruments, but the data was clear, consistent, and undeniable. This wasn't random noise, it was structured, deliberate, almost as if the object was signaling its presence. The pulses followed a mathematical pattern, repeating at precise intervals, too perfect to be the work of nature alone. Could this be a dormant probe, a relic from an ancient civilization that once roamed the stars? Or is it something still active, watching us from the shadows of our own backyard? The discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community, raising questions we're only just beginning to grapple with. What is this object and why is it here so close to home? But the Kuiper Belt anomaly was just the opening act. As Webb turned its gaze farther out toward the Orion Nebula, a star-forming region 1,344 light-years away, it uncovered something even more astonishing. The Orion Nebula has long been a favorite for astronomers, a cosmic nursery where new stars are born, in spectacular bursts of light and gas. But Webb's deep-field imaging revealed something hidden within the nebula's glowing clouds, structures that shouldn't exist. Using its near-infrared camera, Webb captured images of faint, geometric patterns woven into the nebula's gas and dust. These weren't the chaotic swirls you'd expect from stellar winds or supernova shockwaves. No, these were precise, lattice-like formations stretching across light years, with angles and symmetries that defy natural explanation. Some researchers compared the patterns to the intricate designs of a spider's web, but on a scale so vast it boggles the mind. Others went further, suggesting they resemble the blueprints of artificial constructs, perhaps the scaffolding of a cosmic megastructure built by a civilization far beyond our comprehension. The data also showed faint energy signatures emanating from these structures, pulses of infrared radiation that synced perfectly with their geometry. Is this the work of a natural phenomenon we don't yet understand, like some undiscovered form of plasma physics? Or are we looking at the remnants of a project so ambitious it could only belong to beings who mastered the stars? The implications are staggering. If these structures are artificial, they could be evidence of a civilization that existed when the universe was young, long before Earth even formed. As scientists scrambled to make sense of the Orion discovery, Webb delivered another bombshell, this time from the distant galaxy cluster known as SMAC S0723. This cluster, located 4.6 billion light-years away, is a gravitational lens, bending the light of even older galaxies behind it, allowing Webb to peer back to the dawn of time. During one of its deep surveys, Webb captured something that left astronomers speechless: a series of faint, repeating signals embedded in the light from a galaxy formed just 500 million years after the Big Bang. These signals weren't random noise or the usual flicker of ancient stars. They were modulated, carrying a pattern that bore an eerie resemblance to the radio signals we've been searching for with SETI for decades. The signals pulsed at regular intervals with a complexity that suggested encoding, like a message written in the language of light. What's more, the galaxy itself showed signs of unusual activity. Webb's spectroscopy revealed an abundance of heavy elements, carbon, oxygen, even traces of gold, that shouldn't have existed in such a young galaxy. These elements are typically forged in the hearts of stars over billions of years, yet here they were, abundant and organized, as if someone or something had accelerated the process. Could this be evidence of an ancient civilization that manipulated the chemistry of their galaxy? Or is it something even stranger, like a cosmic beacon left behind to guide those who would come later? The discovery has reignited debates about the Fermi paradox. If intelligent life is so rare, why are we finding hints of it everywhere we look? The shocks kept coming as Webb shifted its focus to a seemingly mundane target, a brown dwarf star 70 light-years away known as WISE 0855. Brown dwarfs are often called failed stars, too small to sustain fusion, but too large to be planets. They're usually cold, dim, and unremarkable. But what Webb found around WISE 0855 was anything but ordinary. Orbiting around the brown dwarf was a planet, small, rocky, and impossibly close to its star. By all accounts, this planet should have been a scorched wasteland, stripped of its atmosphere by the brown dwarf's gravity radiation. Yet Webb's infrared data scans revealed something extraordinary. The planet had an atmosphere, and not just any atmosphere. It was a thick, with water vapor, methane, and other complex organic molecules, the kind we associate with life. Even more bizarre, the planet's temperature was inexplicably stable, hovering around levels that could support liquid water. How could a planet so close to a star, even a dim one, maintain such conditions? The data suggested an energy source beyond the brown dwarf itself, something internal or external that was regulating the planet's climate. Some scientists speculate about geothermal activity, driven by tidal forces perhaps, but others are bolder, proposing the possibility of artificial climate control, a world planet engineered to sustain life against all odds. This discovery challenges everything we know about the boundaries of habitability. If life can thrive in the orbit of a failed star system, then the universe might be teeming with worlds we've overlooked. Worlds that could be home to civilizations far stranger than we can imagine. While these discoveries were shaking the foundations of astronomy, Webb turned its gaze to a region of space that's long been a source of mystery, the Oort cloud, the hypothetical shell of icy comets surrounding our solar system. The Oort cloud is so distant that we've never directly observed it, but Webb's unparalleled sensitivity allowed it to detect faint infrared glimmers from its outer reach's edges. What it found was beyond belief. Scattered throughout the cloud were objects, hundreds of them, moving in coordinated patterns like a flock of birds or a fleet of ships. These objects were small, no larger than a few kilometers across, but their movements were anything but random. They followed elliptical trajectories, converging and diverging in ways that suggested intelligent navigation. Webb's spectroscopy revealed their surfaces were coated in exotic ices, laced with compounds we've never seen in our solar system. Even more unsettling, some of these objects emitted faint bursts of energy, brief flashes that aligned with their movements, as if they were communicating or maneuvering. Are these natural phenomena, perhaps comets with unusual properties? Or are we witnessing something artificial, a network of probes or drones patrolling the outskirts of our solar system? The discovery has sparked intense debate, with some calling it the most compelling evidence yet of extraterrestrial activity. If these objects are artificial, they could be relics of a civilization that visited our solar system long ago, or they could be active, monitoring us even now. As Webb continued its cosmic exploration, it stumbled upon another enigma in the Andromeda Galaxy, our closest galactic neighbor, just 2.5 million light-years away. Andromeda has always been a familiar sight in our telescopes, but Webb's deep infrared scans revealed something hidden in its spiral arms, a cluster of stars that shouldn't exist. These stars were ancient, older than the galaxy itself, with compositions that didn't match the rest of Andromeda's stellar population. Their spectra showed traces of exotic isotopes, elements that can only be created in the most extreme conditions, like the collision of neutron stars or the heart's heart of a supernova. Yet these stars were stable, shining steadily for billions of years, defying the natural processes that should have consumed them long ago. Even stranger, the stars were arranged in a precise geometric pattern, a perfect dodecahedron, a 12-sided shape that's almost impossible to explain through stellar dynamics alone. Webb's instruments also detected faint gravitational anomalies around the cluster, as if something massive was orbiting nearby, invisible to our telescopes. Some researchers propose these could be the remnants of a long-dead civilization, perhaps one that engineered stars to power their technology. Others suggest a more exotic phenomenon, like a dark matter halo or a stabilized micro-black hole, stabilized. Whatever the truth, this discovery hints at a history in Andromeda we never knew, a history that might include beings who shaped the stars themselves. The revelations didn't end there. Webb's deep surveys of the early universe uncovered a galaxy known as CEER S2112, formed just 350 million years after the Big Bang. This galaxy was already remarkable for its age, but what Webb found within it was jaw-dropping. Embedded in its core was a supermassive black hole, far larger than any we thought possible at that stage of cosmic history. Black holes of this size typically take billions of years to grow, yet this one was fully formed in the universe's infancy. Even more perplexing, the black hole was surrounded by a disk of material that emitted structured pulses of radiation, almost like a lighthouse beam, sweeping across the cosmos. The pulses carried a mathematical complexity that stunned astronomers, resembling the modulated signals we use for communication on Earth. Could this be a natural quirk of accretion physics, or something far more deliberate? The galaxy itself showed signs of unusual organization, with spiral arms that were too orderly, too symmetrical for such an early system. Some speculate that the black hole might be artificial, a power source or computational hub for an ancient civilization that mastered gravity itself. The idea sounds like science fiction, but the data is real, and it's forcing us to consider possibilities we once dismissed outright. If this black hole is engineered, it could rewrite our understanding of the universe and our place in it. Closer to home, Webb's observations of Jupiter's moon Europa delivered another heart-stopping moment. Europa has long been a prime candidate for astrobiology, with its icy crust hiding a vast, subsurface ocean of liquid water. But Webb's infrared spectroscopy revealed something no one expected: plumes of water vapor erupting from the surface, but not in random bursts. The plumes were rhythmic, occurring at precise intervals, as if controlled by an internal mechanism. Their chemical makeup was even more startling, showing traces of amino acids and complex organic compounds, the building blocks of life. The plumes also carried faint electromagnetic signals, brief pulses that aligned with their eruptions, suggesting a connection to Europa's magnetic field. Could these be natural geysers driven by tidal forces, or is something artificial at work beneath the ice? Perhaps a system designed to release material into space. The discovery has reignited calls for a mission to Europa, but it's also raised a chilling question. If life exists on Europa, is it native, or was it brought there by something else? The final piece of this cosmic puzzle came from Webb's observations of a distant star system known as HD 189733b, a hot Jupiter 64 light-years away. This gas giant, known for its blistering temperatures and violent storms, was thought to be a lifeless inferno. But Webb's atmospheric scans revealed something extraordinary. The planet's atmosphere contained molecular signatures that didn't belong. Compounds like chlorophyll-like pigments and oxygen-rich molecules, eerily similar to those produced by photosynthetic life on Earth. These molecules were concentrated in specific regions, suggesting localized activity rather than random dispersal. Webb also detected faint variations in the planet's thermal output, fluctuations that followed a 22-day cycle, almost like a biological rhythm. Could this be evidence of life adapted to conditions we thought impossible? Or is it something engineered, a terraformed world designed to support life in the most extreme environments? The discovery has turned our assumptions about gas giants upside down, suggesting that life or intelligence might thrive where we least expect it. These discoveries, each one more shocking than the last, paint a picture of a universe that's far more complex, far more interconnected, far more purposeful than we ever imagined. From the pulsing object in the Kuiper Belt to the geometric structures in the Orion Nebula, from the ancient stars in Andromeda to the modulated signals of a primordial black hole. The James Webb Space Telescope has unveiled a cosmos that's not just vast, it's vibrant, mysterious, and possibly alive. Each finding is a piece of a larger puzzle, a whisper from the depths of space that asks the same question. What if we've never been alone? What if the universe has been watching us, waiting for us to look up and see it for what it truly is? These aren't just scientific breakthroughs, they're existential wake-up calls, moments that challenge us to rethink who we are and where we stand in the grand cosmic order. The implications are profound. If even one of these discoveries points to artificiality, an alien probe, a megastructure, a beacon, it would mean the trajectory of human history is about to change forever. We'd be forced to confront truths we've only dared to dream about. That the cosmos is home to intelligences far older, far wiser, perhaps far kinder than our own. Or maybe far stranger. Beings who operate on scales and principles we can't yet fathom. The silence of the universe, that cold indifference we've feared for so long, might not be silence at all. It could be a conversation we haven't learned to hear. And now, with Webb's golden mirrors piercing the darkness, we're finally tuning in. But here's the truth. We're only scratching the surface. The James Webb Space Telescope is still scanning the skies, its data streams brimming with secrets yet to be uncovered. Every new observation is a new chance to glimpse the unimaginable, to find the next clue that brings us closer to the truth. The universe is out there, vast and waiting, and it's calling us to explore, to question, to dare to believe in the impossible. If these discoveries have taught us anything, it's that the cosmos is full of surprises, pulsing objects, ancient engineers, hidden worlds, teeming with potential. The next breakthrough could come tomorrow, next month, or next year. And when it does, it could be the one that changes everything. So don't let this moment slip away. If you felt that electric thrill, that sense that we're on the verge of something monumental, then keep that fire burning. Subscribe to stay on the journey, to be part of the quest for answers. Drop a comment below. What do you think is out there, waiting to be found? Share this video with anyone who's ever looked up at the stars and wondered. The James Webb Space Telescope has just detected the unimaginable, and the greatest discovery is still to come. The universe is whispering, and we're finally listening. What will it say next?